Alright, we're in frame-ish. Okay. Perfect. Alright, man, how are you?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty well, man. How was your weekend?
Our weekend was cool. I was in Orlando for a business conference, and we were staying at Disney's Resort. So it was cool, just being in the atmosphere. I haven't been in Disney World since I was 5, so it was cool.
What was, wait, so can you tell me more about the conference?
Yeah, it's called Management Leadership for Tomorrow. It essentially is a pipeline that gets more students of color into business.
Mm-hmm.
So this is our 3rd conference of the year. Last time we were in Dallas. This is our pre-internship seminar, so they were just telling us stuff like how to sharpen up for our internship. Disney is a partner of the program, so they just held us there. So, yeah.
Wait, so how did you get involved with this organization?
Yeah, so one of my friends from last year is a senior now. She was involved last year, so she recommended the program to a bunch of us. So there are like 13 of us on campus who were in it. So it's pretty cool. Like Stanford has the biggest group turnout out of all the colleges represented.
Oh wow!
So yeah, so there's 150 students total, and there's 13 of us. So yeah, it's cool.
So do you guys have is it like a chapter system or?
It's like kind of not really a chapter. It's more so like wherever students hear about it and they apply, then it kind of like creates a culture on their campus about it.
Mm-hmm.
So like there were a ton of different universities represented, Harvard, Yale, Princeton, Stanford, but then also like there were a lot of state schools, a lot of HBCUs, community colleges as well. So it was cool.
Cool. Huh.
Yeah.
Are you interested in going into business ultimately, or?
Yeah, I want to go into entertainment, entertainment marketing specifically. So like it was a good program in terms of like just networking and seeing what partners are there, so I can like network and see what other opportunities lay for me. But I'm gonna be working at Google this summer.
Oh, awesome! Dude.
Yeah, so Google's a partner with them as well.
What are you gonna be doing at Google?
Marketing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Is there like a particular like form of marketing, or you know what I'm saying? So like, is there something specific that you do, or is it just like a general like internship?
Yeah, I'll be working with their AdWords program, which is how they make their money. Essentially, like they sell their software to different companies, so that it's like a lot of click work online. So I'll be helping them with that. I'll also be working with their YouTube like department.
Oh.
So that's where the entertainment part comes in. Like I just want to like walk around and like see what's going on there. So.
And you're majoring in CSRE, right?
And communications.
Oh, and communications.
Yeah.
So how do you feel? Like, how do you feel those two like interact with the stuff that you're doing? Like the business thing is to get more people of color into business, right? Do you feel is that like sort of like what inspired you to do it? Or?
Yeah, for sure. Like the whole reason why I'm interested in entertainment, like marketing in general, is because like there are tons of messages being sent through the media and entertainment that we see every day that really has a large impact on like how we think about certain communities. And I feel that the entertainment industry and media and business in general is still a very conservative institution.
Yeah.
So like I felt the need to combine my background in CSRE with communications. And I'm also minoring in film and media studies. So like
wow,
3 of those.
Double major and a minor.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah, it's a lot. But I see value in kind of like combining all 3 to like convey this bigger point that there needs to be more. Not only representation in entertainment and media, but like with representation comes like responsibility in terms of like what images and what messages you send out. So I'm really interested in that.
So sort of how do you feel like what inspired you to get involved with this stuff?
Yeah.
It's pretty specific. I mean, rightfully so. It's pretty specific though. I mean, that's kind of cool. So what sort of inspired you to do that?
So my freshman year, I interned with the Leadership Conference in Civil and Human Rights in Washington, D.C. And I was a communications intern, and I really like civil rights stuff as well, like social activism and progressive politics and all that stuff. But one of my colleagues sent an email about a spread from what was it? It was a Nivea ad, and it was really problematic because it had a guy who he was like really neat shape. He was black, and he was carrying like a decapitated guy, another African American with like, and he had an afro, like he had like a beard and all that stuff, and it said "Get Civilized" like on the bottom. So I was like, wow, this is really problematic.
Wait, did that air in the U.S.?
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting.
It was a lot of controversy over it at the time in 2011. But that really inspired me to like want to be behind. And I found out the person behind that app was actually black. So like, yeah. So that just goes to show you that even if you have somebody working in the industry, if they're not cognizant of what they're putting out, like how problematic that can be. So that's what made me really want to go into the industry and like try to insert some kind of reform as far as like what messages are being sent. So yeah.
I used to live in Tanzania. I'm not too like I don't pay too close attention to ads and stuff like that, but it's interesting that you bring it up because like there was this one ad and it was kind of like there was like a picture of like I guess it was an ad for like a college or something like that, or like to inspire kids to stay in school or something like that. And the one guy that was sort of like still working on a farm and stuff like that was like very, very dark black, like almost like West African black.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas the person who was like in college and in school was had a really, really light skin tone. Mm-hmm. And I couldn't figure out if like because you know there's still some latency stuff like that too. Like even in South Africa, it's like the lighter your skin, even on a gradient, like affects the way people see you too.
Even in the United States,
yeah.
Like if you look at the majority of black business leaders in America, they tend to be lighter skinned or people featured in like and even within areas of music and like film, like they also tend to be lighter skinned. So like that's also something that I'm really interested in as well. Is like shadism within entertainment. And that's something that, like you said, it's universal, like in India as well, like that happens in India and China.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm very aware of that. But yeah.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Cool.
I felt like it.
7 minutes?
So yeah, keep going.
Fuck is this? All right, well we'll edit that.
Yeah.
All right, let's keep going about here. Business leaders. So wait, so have you like traveled at all? Like, have you like because you were talking about like it's like worldwide phenomenon, but have you like been to like Africa? Or
yeah, I went to Tanzania.
Oh yeah. Cool. What parts were you in?
I was in Arusha.
Oh yeah, I lived in Magia Chai.
Yeah, Magia Chai. Yeah. That's where we stayed. I met.
Wait, did you stay at this compound? Was it like that?
Yeah. Were you with that? I was National Geographic.
No, I was with a different group. No, I was with a different. No. Yeah. I was with the Nat Geo group.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I was with Nat Geo. We stayed in the compound. And then we did like a homestay. Not a homestay. We went to work with some of the subsistence agriculturalists in the area.
Did you dig water pipes?
Nah, I cut maize.
Oh, okay.
I cut maize, and then like I helped. I actually stayed with the mayor of the town.
Oh, good to meet him.
Yeah, and like I helped his wife like make chai and like different kinds of stuff.
Oh, see, that's interesting. I was kind of just because it's such a conservative society. I find it weird that you would help with because it's like quote domestic work. We wouldn't consider a guy making tea domestic work, but I think it might be considered that. Yeah, it's interesting. Yeah, I was there for wildlife photography and anthropology. So I was only in Magia Chai for like I dug water pipes for like 5 days, and then we moved up.
Oh, we actually did. Now that I'm thinking about it, we did.
Well, you had to do it by hand, so I think they had it like a continuing basis. Like every group had to like contribute to it for like
years. When did you
go? 2010, July of 2010.
Okay.
No, July. Yes, July of 2010. And then I stayed on. I did Kilimanjaro and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I stayed for another month. Yeah,
we did the same exact program then. We did dig water wells. Like they took all of us out. Yeah, we were all together with that.
Did you visit the orphanage?
Yeah.
Run by the two white people?
Yeah. No, it wasn't run by white people. It was run by Pete O'Neill. He was an ex-Black Panther.
No. I remember that guy, the American guy. There was another orphanage in the area too. Because we remember it because they were like the only 2 white people within a few hundred miles, and we found them. Cause there's always the saying that white people find each other in Africa. But no, I met that guy though too. The American guy. He had like dreads and stuff, right?
And his wife.
Definitely. Yeah, I met that guy. Wow. All right, that's kind of crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy. I went in July '09.
Oh, okay. So you were a year ahead of me.
Yeah. Wow. That's crazy.
Wow, we found common ground.
Yeah. So, like when you went, did you guys? How long did you guys stay with the Masai? Did you guys like go down to like the Boma and did you guys do nature walk?
Yeah. We were on safari for a while.
Yeah.
Well, that's because it was the focus of the trip. So we were out there for like 3 weeks.
Yeah.
And we did. Oh yeah, we did. I mean, we weren't actually in the Serengeti, but we were in the Maasai lands, and then we did Ngorongoro Crater, which was like a super famous one, and then we did a few of the other Tangiri Park and things like that. We camped out a few times. Yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
Were you?
Yeah, I did the
you
same
don't go
thing.
there and not go on safari, but
yeah. Wow, I can't believe we did the same program.
Oh,
that's crazy.
Yes, man. Nah, it was an important program. Well, it was the part. That's how I started my gap year. So I started there, and then I stayed on for another month. And I went to Zimbabwe for a while, and then I went down to Cape Town. But the Nat Geo thing was the only thing with the program.
Yeah.
I liked it so much. I liked Africa so much. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna stay here. I'm not going to school next year.
Yeah.
I deferred, and then I just stayed around.
That's sad.
Yeah, Africa's a special place, man.
Yeah. I love it.
Have you been to like Cape Town or anything like that?
So I got into the Cape Town program for last winter. I decided not to go because it was a bad mistake. I decided I wanted to pledge a fraternity instead, and that actually didn't happen. So, yeah.
Well,
I mean, you live and you learn. Like,
shit happens. Are you gonna try to go next year?
So I'm graduating next year. So it's like at this point, I'm just being on staff. So it's like, yeah. But hopefully, like my job in the future will allow me to travel more.
Cape Town's a special place too. Special in good and bad ways, obviously. I mean, it's not all doom and gloom, but there's quite a bit of doom and gloom.
Right. Yeah.
Because I lived in a township. I didn't live which is the other reason I refused to go with Stanford, because they live in like the white, like college hippie town area, and it's cool. Like you don't want them to be like living in a township, but that's not like the majority experience of the people there. Right. So it's hard to get a feel for like what Cape Town is if you don't have to have that kind of experience, or you get to choose to have that experience. To some degree, I chose to have the experience, right? But like you can go visit a township. It's not the same as actually living in the township. Right. That's definitely 15 minutes.
Yeah. I kind of forgot about it.
Yeah, I'm not done with you.
I kind of forgot it.
You tell